Here, guys. Just go ahead and make sure you introduce yourselves to your neighbors. Most deaf, and grab a couple blocks for a favor. All right, okay. We are going to go ahead and begin. It's Monday. No, Wednesday. Whatever day. It's a day. You know, like, what would it be like if we didn't have a day for the week? I was watching some documentary on like where like mathematics came from, and like how we got 60 seconds in a minute, and how we got 60 minutes in an hour, and how we got 24 hours in a day, and 7 days in a week, and 12 months in a year, and 12 in a dozen. And it's just interesting to think that like we look at these concepts, but they're concepts. And we were talking earlier today, Brooke and I, about like we were talking about stress. Like, what is stress? Like, there's one word, but it really doesn't do the job. Because you could be expanding, you could be stretching, or you could be like worried out of your mind about your house foreclosing or something like that. That's another kind of stress. Or you could be like taking a muscle and strengthening it, so you're causing trauma on the muscle, but then now it's going to get bigger, stronger, right? More hardy. That's a different kind of stress. So we use one word, but it could mean like a myriad of different things. Like we were talking about the Declaration of Independence. Like, these are inalienable rights. I was in a philosophy class, and our teacher was like, well, what's a right? Who gets them? Where do they come from? What do you experience? And we're like, well. And it's like, so different things. Like some guy or girls or whatever, thousands, millennia a year. And what are we doing now? And the one thing that we know is that we're on this planet. In the Tao Te Ching, it says that the lighter things. The earth supports the planet. The earth would still go on, but the sun supports the earth, and the universe supports the sun, and everything is connected. So yoga comes from the Sanskrit word yug, which means to bind together, to bring together. And so you're bringing yourself together into this moment. Doesn't matter what the day it is. It doesn't matter the space. The intersection is where you are, here in space and now. So let's go ahead and start. We can begin at today, this here and this now. So just take a moment to kind of find your seat today. Check within, go within. Into your body. And sit with a tall spine. Seconds, minutes, hours, lifetimes, days, weeks, years. centuries, millennia. Connect to this moment, that the privilege, and breathe into it. Receive it for your heart. And then release everything else. Again, let it in and let it go. When I first learned meditation, the teacher said, no attachments. No attachments. So just let it in and let it go. I don't know if you're a mother or if you're a father, I get it, like you have attachments, right? But right now you're just going to let go. Let go. Just breathe in and breathe go. Connect to your practice, the heart of your practice. Not of mine, not of someone else's, but your mat. And then while you're here at the heart, center your attention. She asked me actually, she said, who is Buddha? And I said, well, he taught us about meditation. And she said, well, why is that important? She answered her own question. She said, so we can be heart-centered? And I said, yes. So begin your practice this evening by being heart-centered. And draw the breath in through the nose. And again. Again, draw the breath in like you're filling a pitcher all the way to the top. Hold the breath at the top, at the rim, and then release it all the way to the bottom. Good. The essence of meditation is to be alone, be connected but be alone, and to breathe. To breathe with intention, with vibrancy, with power, with purpose. Again, more. This clears the inner body. Breathing. And then bring your palms to your brow. And just let your mind clear out. So you're in the purity of mind. So your mind is connected to the big mind. Not a technical term, but very helpful. A mind beyond your own experience, beyond your own lifetime, beyond your education. Again, connect to this mind. Breathe in. Breathe go. And then reach your hands all the way up so you feel this space. The practice is about creating space, letting things go, clearing out clutter. And breathe it all the way in here. Hands and breathe. So we're going to begin to flow this into a meditation. So just kind of bring your hands down onto the floor and just bring your block out in front of you. And just go ahead and kind of connect to the tabletop posture here. You're just kind of connect all fours, just like you month somewhere in there. As you do, check in with the spine. And just kind of move around a little bit. Then find the table, breathe in. And then empty the breath. Bring your chin to your throat and round the spine like a little baby buffalo. Yeah. And again, let in, breathe in. And let go, breathe, go. This is a good practice to learn. Again, full breath in. On, full breath, go. All the way in. And all the way go. Good. Find your tabletop. And then come all the way down onto your stomach. All the way. Good. And just go ahead and bring your palms beside you. It's comfortable for you here. Just kind of connect down a little bit. And then slowly draw the find your chest, shoulders back, legs together, and just lift. Here we go, lift. And then lower down. Rise the body as the breath enters, and lower the body as the breath releases. Again, breathing in. And breathing go. Your whole life right now is this one asana, this one movement of form. And release. Good, now peel up the heel of the palms and press into your fingertips and lift. Again, lift. And release. Good, all the palm to the earth. Lift. And then press your knees down. Or untucked. But you feel the hips moving away from the arms. So you're creating length in your arms, space in your chest muscles, softness in the hips, expansion in the breath, heart centered, mind keen. The practice that is right before you. Now let's flow these together. So you're going to come back into a tabletop on the in breath. And then all the way. Good. A little lift into cobra at the in breath. And then return back to child's pose at the out breath. So again, we're learning how to go through movement with very minimal effort. Your energy, that's what's important here. Focus your energy. As the postures begin to evolve, you want to continue out releasing. Good. Melting any kinks at your spine. Again, this is your practice. Part of your practice is learning how to listen to your body, knowing the difference between good pain and unhealthy pain, discomfort, and a communication to not go further than where you are right now, to change your approach. Good. At your next child's pose, let's go ahead and move into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog posture. Good. And allow yourself to rise up. And again, remember your connect those fingertips into the floor as well. Create space between the fingers, like the web foot of a duck. Good. And just kind of move freely here in your space tonight. Again, nothing didactic. Just kind of breathe and move. That's it. That's good. Now let's create a little bit of sound to breath. Breathe in and just kind of free up some bowels. Breathe in. Good. Let's come into a high plank. Imagine that you're holding a block between your legs. Round your back so you're not collapsing into your shoulder. So you a little rounding. So you're kind of pulling your chest forward and your back broad. Good. Good, great. And now you're lifting your navel. Good. And we're going to lower all the way down, low chaturanga. All the way down. The legs are one unit. Untuck your chest. If you Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, roll over your toes or pass through tabletop. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Feet together, double leg lift, left heel comes up, rise. Again, every movement is a continuation of your breath or release of your breath. Good, and release. Like scissors, your right heel comes up and your left comes to the top of your foot. Your hip reaches high. Impact and in. Yes. And release. Good. Now let's come into floating tabletop. Hover your knees just a couple inches off of the mat. Again, round through your back. Good. Find those muscles right there at the back of the ribs. Breathe. 2. Yeah. 1. Back to down dog. Good. Deep breath in here. On big side. Deep breath. Go. Yes. Very good. Now you're going to take your hands and walk them back to your feet. Back to your feet. Good. Now separate the feet about hip width. Good. Comfortable width. You're going to find your shin bones. And look, we're going to press off of the shins so the heart can reach toward the front of your mat and the hips towards the wall behind you. You're lifting your navel so the organs are staying tucked up into the abdominal cavity. Your shoulders flay away from the ears. And now with a little, and you're going to fold all the way down. There's a good release of breath there. The lower back is softening. And then find your half lift again. Lengthen your spine. Decompress. Good. And then at the next out breath, soften and release. Good. One more here. Halfway lift, lengthen. Good. Little heart lifting forward and fold. Now bring your fingertips down to the floor and just kind of like you're marching in place. Walk your knees up into your chest. And just kind of shifting the weight forwards and backwards. Left foot on right foot. Good. And just kind of breathe into the hamstrings and the hip space. Yes. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Bring your feet softly together, hands towards your hips. Come all the way up into mountain posture, Tadasana. Good. So you're at the back of your mat. You're in mountain posture. Breathe. Good. And now we're just going to take a little walk. Just walk. Find the front of your mat and then reach all the way up. Good. And then fold all the way through. Uttanasana. Yes. Feel your lower back. Just soften so delicately. Lift half. Fold, fold. All the way down. Good. Hands to hips. Rise up. Mountain posture. Good. And just bring your hands beside you. Remember what we just talked about. The light thing is supported by the heavy thing. So just like the roots of a tree grow into the earth, and the roots are very hard and grounding and connecting the tree into the soil, but the trunk is swaying in the wind and feels the earth breathing and the sun shining and the water dripping through the feet like your roots, and your trunk tall, and the head like the peak of a mountaintop. Good. And then flow your arms all the way up. And then fold all the way through. Yeah. Good. halfway lift. Right leg, big step back, runner's lunge. Good. And just kind of move a little bit tonight. Get a sense of where your hips are. Lift your navel, chest kind of reaching forward, shoulders coming back away from the ears. Good. And just set the knee down. Set the knee down. Good. Just go ahead and bring your hands atop your knee. Just kind of lift. Lengthen. Find your navel. Take your right elbow. Just kind of just bring it over. Just a very soft twist here. Just very soft. We're still warming the spine up, but we're just kind of opening and lengthening. Good. And then release the twist. Shoulder back to your knee. Good. And you're going to pick up this right knee and just kind of rock back, and just like a little warrior 3, step the feet together with ease. Find your shins half lift. Find your hips all the way forward. Good. Now we're in the flow. Half lift. Left leg, big step back. Good. Just a big deliberate step, and just kind of find your hips, yeah? Find your hips. Move. Yes. Set your knee down, and then just lengthen. So you're here pressing off your knee. You want to feel your trunk rise. So you're supporting your chest, and then just kind of come over, just very soft. Yes, 2. Good. And then 1. As you release, there's just a little micro twist counter, and then you're picking up your back knee. Again, light on your feet, light as a feather. And then you just step, so soft. Feet together, halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. We're going to come into chair, Utkatasana. You're going to find Lotus Mudra right at the brow. So there's your thumb, there's your brow. Elbows are wide. Good. The thumb and the pinky connect. The fingers open up like the petals of a flower. You're just letting the hips work side and side, keeping the core contracted, keeping your chest upright, your shoulders broad, and sit back and down. Back and down. Feel your lower back. Ribs expand. 2. On the in-breath, stand tall. Breathe in. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn your palms to the sides. 1, and then fly all the way down. Good. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. Let's come back into chair. Utkatasana. Good. This time your palms are together. Elbows are wide. Good. Thumbs to the back of the head, chin off of the chest. Good. No more feeling alone. And then free your arms all the way up. I'm trying hard not to bruise it. Good. Stand tall. Stand tall. Grab your elbows. Hips forward. Chest expands. Breathe in. Lengthen. Good. And just come to your left side. I've been gone for a minute. Good. Come back up. Decompress the spine. Breathe in. Take it to the other side. Good. And then come all the way back up. Breathe in. And then fly your arms beside you all the way down. Good. Halfway lift. Right leg, big step back. Good. Set your knee down. Take your hands. Sweep. Sweep. Grab your elbows. Lift out of your chest. Breathe. Look beside you. Good. And then reach. Good. Just feel the energy, fingertip to fingertip, yeah? And now look, bring your chest forward. Possibility the grip. Possibility the grip. Lock your fingers together. Lift your chest back up. Good. Breathe. 2, 1. Yeah. Now free your grip. We're going to go into Ardha Hamanasana, but very shallow, okay? So you're going to take your forward knee, that should be your left knee, right? And you're going to bring your hip towards your heel, little curl on your toe, looking forward, breathe. You don't want to go too deep here, so just stay shallow. Just give a little lift in the chest. And then you're going to come back forward, come back forward. Good, step. Good, find your shins, half lift. Find your hip, forward fold. Good, again, half lift. Good, left leg, big step back, big step back. Good, set the left knee down. Good, take the fingers, sweep. Now, you may have already grabbed that elbow, so you're going to switch to the other elbow. Again, hips are completely neutral. Just the top third of the spine is just lifting, so you have a little bit of opening in the thoracic space. And you're going to stay here and free your arms out beside you. Make the arms long. So you feel the energetic heart, the intersection between these two lines right here at the heart center. Heart center. Good. And then you're going to come back. So go to your first grip, your natural proclivity, and then you're going to come to the other side. Opposite thumbs crossed, opposite pinky below. Soften out of your chest. Good. Let your shoulder blades go down your back. Yeah, breathe. 2, 1. Good. Release. Release. Again, crowd your shoulder to your knee, and then just straighten your right knee. Just a little bit. Very shallow and soft. Just giving some breath to your hamstring. Nice and easy. Yeah. You got it, just like that. 2. Good. And then 1. Slowly come back forward. Your hands are just kind of slightly in front of your foot. Pick up your back knee. Rock. And then, just like a warrior 3, step the feet together. Good. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Now, separate your feet about shoulder width. Grab your elbows, ragdoll. Really feel the arms getting closer, elbows closer and closer to the floor. So much hinge in the hip. So good. Yes. 2. Now look, release this grip and slide your palms under your feet, the balls of your feet. Expand the chest. And then hinge. Good. A little expanding the chest in the next breath. Good. Fold a little bit better. Hinge a little bit more on the hip. Good. And again, a little expand of the chest here. And a little bit more full. Good. Free your grip. Back to ragdoll. This time we're going to go into goddess variation. At the in-breath, your hips are going to lower, chest is going to come up. And you're just kind of halfway in. We're not too deep. Our knees and our elbows are just kind of together, right? But we want to get a little lift in the chest, a little broadness in the shoulders, a little tuck in the navel. Good. And on the out breath, you're going to lift your hips, drop your chest back to the floor. Good. A couple more times. Come back into goddess variation. We'll come into full goddess later, but right now we're just prepping the hips. Summer is a little easier on the hips. Good. But we're still going to prep it right. Okay, full. One more. Good. Hips nice and warm. Yeah. So now you're going to take your arms inside of your knees. As your hips come up, you're going to walk your feet back. There's your down dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Yes. Deep breath in here. Deep breath go. Yes. Good. Right heel comes up. So high. Scorpion over to your left side. Yeah? Just lift your right knee high, your left heel low, your fingers wide, your chest soft, your core strong, your breath deep. Good. When you're ready, just kind of make a little circle, Yeah. That's it. Good. And then gently, when you're through, reach up and release. Come back to hovering tabletop, floating table. Good. Just kind of look forward. Look forward. And then again, if your shoulders are crowding up into your ear, you want to round your back. Good. So you're just kind of pulling your chest together, lifting your navel up, opening your fingers wide so you can feel from wrist to fingertip. Good. And then come back to your down dog. Left heel comes up very high. Scorpion over to your right side. Good. And then just kind of make little circle here. Yeah, make little. Ah, so good. Yes. Good. Yes. And reach back up on your in breath when you're through, and release on the out breath. Let's come back to the right side. Hip high. Right heel up, past your hip, Ekapada, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and then glide your knee to your ribs and just hover the knee in between your arms. Hover your knee in between your arms. Good. And just go ahead and bring your right knee down, right between both. Easy pigeon. So keep your left toe tucked under, and you're just going to kind of rock from side to side. We're just going to give the hip a little bit of love here. Now, what getting this leg through, okay? So now you're going to tuck your left toe back under, lift your left knee, and before you take your right leg back, you're going to lift your right knee above your elbow, okay? So you're going to find your contraction, chest forward, shoulders back, and then you're just going to lift, and then come all the way back up on the inspire. Glide your knee through your ribs, step right through. Now you're in your low lunge position, okay? Low lunge position, yeah? We got that, right? Okay, good. Chest forward, shoulders back. Good. Gather your forearms to your femur bone. Good. And like we always say, my mantra here is hoard your strength, but focus your energy. Feel what that feels like. You're not spending strength, but you're focusing your energy. That's how you sustain a lifetime of practice. When it's good times, when it's bad times, and everything in between. Focus your energy. If you focus your energy, you can get through any situation. You're only weak when you're scattered. Good. And then take your fingers back. All the way back. Here we go. All the way back. Good. We're just prepping here. Lower the knee down. Sweep. When you come through, lace your fingers, cross your thumbs, point the index. Come out of the chest so you're not in your lower back. Reach back. Good. And then you're going to free these arms, hands, come down. Ardha Hamunasana. Good. Bring it back. One breath in, chest chin forward. One breath forward. Good. Come back, come back. Good. Pick up your back knee. Take your right foot all the way up, three-legged down dog. Good. Now you can stay three-legged, or you can come into high plank or single high plank. Good. Single leg high plank, come down, both knees down, and then upward facing. Good. Bring it back, downward facing. Feet together, double leg lift, right heel comes high. Right heel high. Good. And release. Good. Left heel up. Good. Hover your left knee between both arms. Right between both arms. Just hover. And then release down. Just release down. Good. And just let your right knee come down too. Just kind of lift your chest, shoulders broad, fingers wide. Move around a little bit. Yeah. Good. 2, 1. Good. And now tuck your right toe under. Lift your right knee. And then take your left knee up. Send your foot all the way up. Glide your left knee through your ribs. Step through. Lunge position. Lunge position. Breathe. Breathe. Lunge position. Forearms gather at your femur bone. Good. And you want a diagonal line. Crown. Good. Breathe. That's it. Better. Yeah. Good. Smash out. And then free your hands back. Electrify your palms. Good. And then one fluid motion. Low. Come all the way up. Lace your fingers. Thumbs down. Lift out of your chest. Reach the fingers to the sky. Thumbs behind your head. Good. And then free your grip. Ardha Hamunasana. Frame your forward leg. Good. Bring your hips back. Half face monkey posture. Yes. Expand your chest. Chin forward. Hinge on your hip. Forward. Beautiful. Good. Bring it back into your lunge position. Good. And take your left foot and bring it straight up into three-legged down dog. Pick up your right knee, left leg comes up. Single leg high plank. Keep the left toe up. Good. Chaturanga. Good. Lower both knees. Sweep. Bring it back, downward facing. Deep breath, go. Good. Comes up. Good. And release. Good. Right heel high. Step on through. Good. We're going to go Vira 1. Back foot over about 3 inches, 45-degree angle. Arms in 2 palms. Warrior 1. You can grab your elbows. Again, gravity is always compressing down. So now we want to have our feet, right? Our feet are the roots. But now, like the tree grows to the sun, we want to lift the trunk and the branches and the fingers. Good. And then you're going to come forward. Good. Now you're just going to tap this knee straight up. Good. Point the toe. Forward. Good. Chaturanga or low chaturanga. Both knees soften down first, then upward facing. Good. Hips come back. Downward facing. Right heel. Right leg releases. Down. Left leg comes up. On through. 0-1. Back at a 45. Head higher than the chest. Arms in 2 palms. You can grab the other elbow if you like. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Good. And then send your left leg up. 3-legged down dog. Single leg high plank. See if you can find the big toe of your right foot halfway down and then all the way up. Good. Deep breath, go. Good. Double leg lift. Left heel comes up. Left heel comes up. Good. And release. Good. Right leg up. Step on through. Step on through. Good. Listen carefully. You're going to come into humble warrior set. So we're just going to lace the fingers behind our back. Reach your chin and chest forward. Lock your navel. And then come up. Come up. Humble warrior set. That means warrior 1 feet. Good. Breathe. And then you're going to free your grip into Vira 1. Good. Breathe. And then we're going to come into warrior 2. Good. And we're just going to flow warrior 2. Good. Take this back hand, wrap it to your hip bone. Palms. On the in-breath, expand the chest. Good. And then free both hands. Frame your forward leg. Spiral your back heel up. Listen. Connect your knee down. Good. And just bring and up. Ardha Hamanasana. Good. So just because it's kind of like... So stay here. Look at me. Stay here. Take your right hand inside of your right leg. Take your left palm, press into your left palm. And now like you're going to cartwheel around without roundhousing your neighbor. Good. Now you're going to lift your right and your right arm long, right? Past your shoulder. Just feel the lift. Feel the lifting safely. Good. Breathe. Good. Gently bring your right palm back under your right shoulder. Left palm under your left shoulder. Keep your left toe tucked under Ekapada, downward facing dog. Scorpion over to the left side. Right foot to your left side, hips up, flip the dog. Good, breathe, yeah. So good. And then come back to 3-legged. Good. And then point your, breathe. And then just come back to your down dog. Good. Low chaturanga all the way down. Good. Little cobra, table, down dog, bring it back. Good. Just walk it out for a moment. Good. Let's go to the left side. We're almost there. Good. Left heel comes up high. Yeah. Step on through. Warrior 1 feet, humble warrior set. So find your posterior grip behind your back and then go to the other one. In your chest. Good. Warrior 1 upright. Good. Stay here, humble warrior set. Free your grip and then sweep. And I'm going to flow right to warrior 2. Just flow up. Good. And 2, 6 o'clock. Good. Come back up. And bring your palm. Horse posture. Horse posture. Good. And just kind of find your thigh bones. Lift your chest. Soften your shoulders. Breathe. Yes. Down to your hips. Good, down to the floor, bring your hips low. Bring your hips low. And you're just going to kind of teeter-totter. So you're just kind of rocking back onto the heel, onto the heel, onto the heel. Good, 2. Good. We'll come back to that off a dragon. So toes in, heels out, halfway lift. Make sure you're zigzagged with your neighbor. Fold all the way down. You can grab ankles, peace finger, big toes, any variations here. Just give yourself about 3 breaths, whatever you choose. Good. Breathe. Just your hip, the length in your spine. Good. Breathe. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath go. Good. Hands. Up we go. Up we go. Your 2 stance. Warrior 2 stance. Your left hip bone. Belly in. Flip your left palm up. Good. Sun warrior. Sun warrior. Good. And then just release. Good. Expand the chest and fold. Good. Take your left palm, bring it inside your left leg. Right palm comes off and then good. Right forearm, bring it down. Left arm, bring it long. Left knee, lift it up. Good. Yes. Breathe. You got it. Just like on, breathe, go. Both palms under your shoulders. Good. Curl your back toe under. 3-legged down dog. Lift your left foot up. Scorpion to your right side. If you want to dog, go ahead and do so. Good. Yeah. And coming out, gently bring your left hand down. Spiral up. Reach. Good. Hover, reset the spine, and then cross, counter twist, cross your left knee under and over to your right elbow. Good. Yeah, any little variations here. Good. Fallen warrior, yep. Good. And then come back to your down dog, lace under. Good. And release, tabletop. Good. Low chaturanga. Just reset the spine. Good. Little lift. And bring it back. You don't get something for nothing. Good. Get some water, guys. Get some water. I always forget the water stuff. You guys feel good? It's Wednesday, right? So we're gonna do, we've kind of been setting this up. So we're gonna see. Tabletop. Here we go. Right leg outside. There's your dragon. We gotta train the dragon, right? Energy, whatever. I don't wanna lose what we had last time you're leaving. Yeah. Now look, we're gonna do a little variation. Bring your knee down and bring your elbow to the floor. So that should be your left elbow. Take the right. You're gonna bind. And as you do this, you're gonna untuck your back toe and just gonna kind of like come all. Okay. 2. Come back. You gotta listen very carefully. Now, bring your back heel down, okay? Now, start to straighten your forward leg. Walk your hands towards your back foot. Lift up your heel all the way. Good. Now, put all the weight into your hands and lower down like an super slow. Good. That right? First step, okay? We're not gonna go any further here on this one. So, to come out of it very carefully, listen. The law of, what's that called? The law of compensation. Going in and coming out, 2 different things, okay? Like, so, you want to press into your hip, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, as you bring your hands back to the opposite foot, lift the heel, the other toe up. Good. Now you're going to have a little bit more stability here. You're just prepping the hip. Good. Breathe. And then coming out, you're going to press into your hands. Lift up. Good. Again, back heel off the floor. Good. So you can do this. There's a little bind here. Good. Now, wherever you are, you're going to push your hands inside your knee. And now you're just going to kind of, we're going to just kind of turn this into an art. So you're going to kind of come here, and then you're just going to flow. Flow. Good. And then flow. Yeah. And flow. Good. And then flow. Back to your dragon very, very carefully. Twisted dragon. Press down through your left palm. Twisted dragon. Good. Come off the knee onto the flesh of the leg. Uh-huh. Good. And then you're going to frame your forward leg, yeah? Now, right? So if you have 2 blocks, what you're going to do, or Arda, your choice. So I like to just kind of walk the knee back. You can toe heel your foot like a bottle jack. Good. Right? Press into your blocks. Now you're going to contract your inner thigh muscle, abdomen, and your arms, right? So squeeze tight. It's hard to stay inspired. Good. Squeeze tight. Sit. And then release. You just want to find a little bit of an edge and then breathe into it. Good. Again, breathe tight. Sit. And release. One more. I know. Good. Now, coming out of it, take your block, bring it over here. Good. Now, press into this hand. Press into this hand. Good. And just come all the way around. Now, we're going to go crossbow from table. So you're going to look over, should be your left shoulder, right? Yeah? Now, right palm is here. Maybe, just maybe, grab it up. You're not scorpion. Your heel's more to your middle back. Come into your high plank. High plank. Good. Go. Just find a little movement. Yep, good. Brooks got it. Some of you guys got it. Cool. And then land to your plank. And then lift. Just come right back to child's pose. Good one. Yeah, good. I know. Good Lord, baby Jesus. Okay. Come back to tabletop. I just said that out loud, didn't I? Look, now just bring the back knee down. And if you have a block, you can use your block. But meal oftentimes, so I just kind of get the right elbow down and the weight grab around the heel side, and there's your bind. So just a different perspective on dragon, lizard, somewhere in there, some kind of a ancient creature. Good, 2. And 1. Good. Come back up. Dragon, right? Come to like a warrior 2 feet. Now straight your heel. Now before you can come back, some of you guys will be able to come straight down here. That's okay. Some of you guys, most everyone, you're gonna have to lift your heel. That's the first few months when you're doing it. But once you're here, you need to belly in, point your toe. Okay? Good. And then remember, protect your knee coming out. Press into your hand.